Good afternoon, everyone. How's everybody doing this afternoon? Very brisk outside. I'm just getting back from my doctor's office. I almost thought wasn't gonna make it because my ride was late. Yeah, my appointment was at 10:30. I booked the ride yesterday for them to pick me up at 10. I'm not ranting, I'm not complaining, y'all. I'm just explaining what's happening. Even though I was a little perturbed about the whole situation. And I had booked the ride yesterday for them to pick me up at 10 o'clock. The ride from my house to my appointment is no more than 15 minutes. So I, in turn, gave myself an extra, wiggle room. I gave myself what you call a wiggle room, another 15-minute wiggle room, because I figured they were either going to be a little early or they were going to be a little late. But they were a whole lot late, y'all. I got to my appointment. I thought they weren't going to take me. I got there 10 minutes, was it 15 minutes? I don't know if it's 10 or 15 minutes late. I think the lady at the desk said it was 10 minutes late, but I think it was more like 15. But anyway, she checked me in, and believe it or not, I went upstairs, I had to go up to the third floor, and then I saw the nurse, the one that checks you in, and then the doctor came right in after, asked me a few questions. Well, they took my vitals, the blood pressure thing. The blood pressure is still high, and you stick your finger in the, the little clothespin or whatever the thing is that you stick your finger in. And then my blood pressure, of course, was high. She took it again. It went down a little bit, but still was kind of high. But anyway, by the time the doctor comes in and talks to me basically about the same thing that the person before her had talked about. She may have asked me a few more questions than that lady before did. And she was explaining to me about the, the sleep study and everything. And went over, the medications I was taking, and then she came and listened to my heart and, my chest. It took a deep, you take the deep breath, breathe, and all that blah, blah. And then, what else did she do? She asked me was any swelling or something, so she felt one of my legs, went over there and washed her hands in the sink, came back and talked to me a little bit more, told me I got to go down to the other side of the building when I come back for another appointment and pick up the little contraption they give you, to sleep with. I said, well, I got to come back. Can I get it today? I think she was actually going to try to give it to me today. But I said, no, that's okay. I'm complaining to her because I got to pay for these rides. Ain't nobody giving me no, I'm not getting medical transportation. But I got to apply for it again because this is ridiculous, all these appointments. And I'm putting out $5 per trip there and back. That's $10. And I got a lot of appointments this month. Well, I think it's 2 more. But still, that's $20. Hello. That's $20. But the other appointment that I got, like I said, I was going to cancel one of them. Enough is enough already. I mean, all these appointments in 1 month. I got to look at my chart. Where's that paper? I don't know where that paper is. But anyway, y'all, I'm so glad that was over. The appointment was short and sweet. As a matter of fact, I got out of there ahead because I was scheduled to be picked up at 11:30. And lo and behold, they picked me up at 11:30. The guy comes inside. I'm sitting there because I refuse to wait outside. They had a bench outside, a couple of benches out there that you could sit on, if you want to. In the summertime, yes, but in the day, no. I can't be sitting out there during the day, y'all. Too brisk. I mean, brisk, and the wind is blowing, And so I'm waiting on the inside on this little low couch they got sitting up in there. To me, it's too low, I mean, you expect elderly to get up a little higher than that. I would say that couch that I was sitting on is lower than my, let's see, Yeah, I think it was a little lower than my chair that I'm sitting on. See my chair? A little lower. Well, you can't really see it. But it's a little, I think it's a little lower than this chair. Maybe a half an inch or so. But, a little half an inch makes a difference when you have a problem, getting up and out of a seat, as I sometimes do. When you sit down for a while, you get stiff. After all, I'm not no spring chicken. And, hey, I ain't seen no spring chickens coming up in there either. Matter of fact, they were walking worse than me. I said, wow. But anyway, so the guy from the my ride, he came inside and said he was, and then they asked the guards, and they got two guards up in there, one tall, sort of old one, and then one sort of middle-aged lady was in there. They got two guards, like they need two guards. But I think they're more or less like people that greet, how you greet somebody when they come in? I think that's what they mostly do. They greet you when you come in and direct you where to go, stuff like that, and, where you should, where the elevators are if you don't know, and you can check in, where you can check in at and stuff like that. So I don't really think they're guarding anything. But anyway, my driver came inside. And says, you waiting for a ride? I said, yeah. I mean, the guard asked me. I said, yeah. I said, you were looking for days out? Excuse me, you're looking for days? He said, yeah. And then he helps me get in the car, and I'm having a problem getting to this low car. He's driving my favorite car, y'all, a Honda. He's driving a Honda. And so I get in the car. I have a problem fastening the seatbelt because, so I can't, wiggle around and do the seatbelt thing and all that kind of stuff. So he said, well, let me help you with the seatbelt. He pulls the seatbelt off, and then he tells me to hold on to it while he goes on the other, he goes and plugs it in for me with my big, wide hips. Like I said, one of these days I'm going to take my hip size and let y'all know exactly what I'm talking about when I say I'm wide. I'm going to let you be a witness to it when I feel like it. But today is not going to be today. I'm sitting here having me a cup of joe, and I think I'm hungry. I really think I'm hungry. I got a little tuna fish in there that I made yesterday. So I might have just some crackers. And I didn't sleep at all last night, y'all. I could not sleep for nothing. I was watching all kinds of crazy stuff on television. And that's the way it is. If I got something to do, usually the next day, I really have a problem sleeping in. And I even had the old girl that said, wake me up, even later than, normally that I would get up. I figured if I got up at 9 o'clock, I would have a whole hour to get ready before my ride came in at 10. Like I said, they were late. Hello. And I couldn't sleep. I think I slept about 1 hour before it was time for me to get up. And then I woke up. It was 8:45. And I told the old girl, I said, well, cancel the alarm for 9 o'clock. And I just got on up, had me a little bowl of cereal, did my little birth bath, and everything like that. I ain't taking no shower here. No. I took a bird bath, but I smell good. And so, and that was my morning, y'all. A little bit of excitement in my life, wouldn't you say? According to, just going by the bored little stuff that I've been telling y'all. And so, it was good, though. I tell you, it felt good to be out, even just sitting there in the lobby waiting for the ride, watching the people come in, and stuff like that. It's something to do for an elderly person, believe it or not. That's why most people, when they get to be elderly, they don't do a lot. Unless, like if they're doing a van life or something like that, which I have no, intentions of doing unless, I can help it, okay? Matter of fact, I know I'm not going to do it because I don't have a car. But no, 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 I can't do that. I cannot do that. And what's the other thing that the elderly do? Well, I crochet, but after that, how much crocheting can you do? I mean, you can do a lot. I can do a lot of crochet, but I just don't have anywhere to put it anymore. That's that. But elderly, they don't do a lot. No. What are you gonna do? You're retired from your job 95% of the time, but they do have elderly services where you can get a job. If you're able-bodied, that you can get out, you can work, if you want to after you, I think they call that over 55. You can work for the elderly, agency on aging, that's what it's called. Over here, that's what it's called. I don't know what it's called in your state. But you can work there after you turn 55. Get your little job. It pays the minimum wage, but it beats a blank. It beats a blank. And then plus that, it gives you something to do. You occupy. You got place to go. You doing stuff. A little light office work. That's what I did. I didn't do anything strenuous, no warehouse work or nothing like that. But if you could file a little bit and matter of fact, desk jobs, a little desk jobs or something like that you could do. In the elderly building, they do have activities, that you can go to, like I said before. But I said I'm going to try it again. I'm going to start going over there and see what they're doing. I know they were supposed to have been having line dancing or something like that over there at one point. I don't know if they still have it, but I will check it out because it feels good to get out. Get out of the house and go. Especially in the wintertime, I can't go to the grocery store. In the summertime, I can ride around. Get on my scooter and just ride around. Ride downtown. Ride to the park. Sit down there and watch the kids. I can do a lot in the summertime. But when it's cold, like this, you're going to be hanging out there on a scooter. No, no, no. Mess around and get icicles on your big old badonky donk. I'm not going to sit here and jibber-jabber this morning, y'all. This afternoon. I talked enough when I was in that doctor's office. She asked me the questions and I over-answered it. I told her a whole lot of other stuff she didn't even ask me about. But she was very easy to talk to. She was like a friend. Somebody that you meet. Have you ever met a person that you feel like relaxed with? I can tell this person anything. And that, I've never been to her before. She was brand new to me because she's not the same one I went to before when I went to the sleep study. Matter of fact, when I go back, I got to go to a different section. But she said that she still could see me on that, section. Because when I go in one way to see her, and the other side is where I would go into a completely different door, but it's in the same building on the side. And so she's a different doctor all told, altogether. Yeah. And so I felt very comfortable with her. I don't mind going to her again. Just, hey, Doc, let's have lunch. Let's go bike riding in the summer. I'm just kidding, y'all. And on that note, I'm going to get me a tuna fish sandwich. Do I have any bread? You know what? I don't have any bread, so it's got to be crackers. I got the end slice. I think that's it. The end slice of a bread left from yesterday because I made that tuna fish yesterday. I'll just eat some crackers just to kill my hunger because I'm going to take me a nap after this, y'all. And on that note, I go in love, and I'll see you again soon.